Okay, today's the day. I got some sound mat, heat mat coming. It's a better version than the one I laid down previously on all the floors. I believe this one is the 2-part. They also have a 3-part. I didn't really need the 3-part for the roof. I needed the sound and the heat. So it's 2-part. So it's got the stick, normal, and then it also has a kind of like a foam barrier and stuff that's more for the sound as well and heat. So that's going to be going in. First step, I'll show you. It's on its way. It hasn't been delivered yet, but it's coming today. But I'm going to do some prep. So first step is, even though this is all nicely coated, painted, it's been a while, so I'm going to go run some glass cleaner and a rag, prep it. Key is on any sound mat, it's just cleaning the surface. It's no different tape. Any debris is going to cause a adhesion problem. So let me get to cleaning. I probably won't video that. I mean, you spray, window cleaner, rag, wipe. Don't think we need a how to do video. Well, with the newer generation, maybe, I could do that on the glass. Let me get to do that. Here's what we're putting in the wagon on the roof. That's the Siless LinerPRO 200 mil. This is a 36 square foot box. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's a good start. So we'll see. Because I believe that roof is roughly 4 foot by 9 or 10 feet. It's going to be close. I'm just going off of what I'm used to seeing. So this is it here. This is a lot heavier than the other stuff I used. Obviously the mill thickness is a lot thicker. So now open this bad boy up. I'll probably be doing the install tomorrow because it came really late. So it's what it is. Like I said, it's got a lot of weight on it for sure. Let me get this thing open. So, like I said, this is the foam dealer combination. Hopefully it'll work out good. Out. I'm not sponsored. I paid cash, so I will. I may do an update over time on this. I'm not sure. It depends on how long. I know it's going to be a while before I do the headliner, so I might do a update, which would be installed pretty close, like summertime. It'll go through winter time into spring till summer, so it may not be a full year, but I'll try to remember. It's kind of difficult to go that far ahead for me, but I'll try to see what it's like on the roof. The biggest challenge I would think would be more the winter time here when it's 10 degrees and colder. So that wreaks havoc on the sticky ickies. The summertime not so much, because it just heats up and causes it to be sticky. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be back here in a little while for you guys to be here in a second for some daylight. It'll also help. I'm going to try to film it. So alright, it's time to party. So There's a little bit of math involved for me, something you may want to consider. So it's the amount of how to lay it out. It's kind of like tiling, but to get the least amount of waste. So I measured the width from one side all the way to the other. It's 45 inches roughly, and then it's 26 inches from front to back, which that don't really matter, but still waste is waste as far as cuts go. So these are 16.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches tall, whatever you want to. 16.5 by 9.5. So if I put them on this way, we're doing the 45 inch wide from side to side, there's gonna be it'll come out to 49.5 inches is what these would lay out. So that would leave 4.5 inches I have to cut on the last one. So if I turn it this way and go 9.5, it comes out to 47.5 as far as stacked up to get to 45. So it's 2.5 inches. So there'll be a 2.5 inch cut. So I'm going to lay them in this direction. So I have a 2.5 inch cut instead of a 4. 4.5. So I'll have half the cut going this way. So I'll be putting them in long ways. And then the next row, I'll do the measurements and see if I'll do them this way and have a big cut, or turn them the other way. So we'll cross that bridge then. I mean, I can do it right now. It's 26 inches. So if I do 2 at that direction, that's 16. That'd be what, 32, 33 inches. So that'd be 7-inch cut. I have to cut off 7 inches that way. So if I turn them this way, in the last row, that's 9.5. So it'll be 18, 19 plus 9. So it'll be 18. So, there you go. But you kind of get what I'm doing. I have it all written down here, all the front, back, all that. But let me get to going. It's not science. I got 2 rollers already. That's what I'll be using to cut it. I did get this. I believe it's like $15-ish. It wasn't that much. I don't remember how much it costed, but I invested in this. So these rollers have you can kind of see, it's not sharp, but it has a texture. So the kit came with 2. So yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. It looked like it wanted that for this foam style versus that smooth. So we'll use them all. We'll see how it goes.
my darling, can you picture there's dream fuel in the cold? Oceans of violets and blue. Animals strike curious poses. Feel the heat between me and you. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? 'Cause this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Touch you well, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have cried out. You just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
all done, and I got a little bit left over, so I might be able to do The doors and stuff we'll see. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Still, this roof, it changed the tone. It's a lot deeper tone. The headliner helped too, but with this freaking roof, I don't know. It would take, I think these are 200 mils. Pretty sure it's 200 mil thick, but you would have to layer this a lot, and even then I don't know if it would, even though it's got support here. Like, I would have to make supports that run this way to really help stiffen this up. So if I do like sound competition, I would definitely have to run braces here because there's flex. I don't know if you can. I don't know, it's kind of hard to camera pick it up. It flexes the actual roof, so still better than what it was. Should be good. And then we'll get the headliner. It's gonna be a board, so it's gonna connect. And then what I might do on the headliners, I might, with the board, figure out just measure this, and I might put I'm probably gonna do that. I'll put like some strips in the board, so when it mounts to these, it pushes up and supports this. That's what I'm gonna do for sure. I'll make it a lot, and that should change the sound inside huge. So we'll do. But until then, that's the Siless. For those pronounce it's kind of meant to be like silent, but Siless. This is the LinerPRO, which has the Bueller and the foam combination, 200 mil. It doesn't smell as I'm sitting in here, but when I was in the back really close to it, as I pulled it off the adhesive, it gassed out like right away shortly, and then after it sits, it's not. So I would say a heat cycle or so, you're not gonna get nothing out of it. I don't smell, and I just did this whole entire huge roof. I literally don't smell nothing. So yeah, I'm sure it'll gas out a little bit with some heat on it, but that's gonna be any of them. I don't care which one you use. But till then.